Everybody, this is LeBray. So I'm out here working on my garden guide, on the fall garden guide. Look for it within the next couple of days. And I'm taking a break from that, and I was like, well, let me take a break and walk in my garden, and let me bring you all along with me, because I'm living this life now. So if I'm gonna be a YouTuber, then I need to do this, right? So shit, come on y'all, let's do it. So look, so when it comes to like posting videos and stuff, like I get into my insecurities. So I gotta realize, like, just to put my heart out there and be authentic. As I get into my insecurities, I'm like, oh, people don't really want to see what I'm doing and what's going on, and people don't want to really hear me for a while, but I need to get over that. So y'all, welcome to my growth, y'all. My growth as a YouTuber and as a entrepreneur. So I have quit my job, and I was the dean of an academic library, and I was demoted over some bullshit, like for real. Like, if I wanted to take it there, I could take it there because I have evidence, but I'm choosing peace instead, and I know that it is in peace. Y'all see my garden? That it is in, look at my garden. You know what? She messy, but she pretty. That it is in peace that that joy is, and abundance is, so, and health is. So I have chosen peace, and peace was quitting my job, and now going with my heart and being an entrepreneur and being a YouTuber and helping people live and be their best vibrational selves, by, growing good, healthy food, being aligned with the planet and being aligned with ourselves. And so recording my journey with that, because I don't think we ever get there. It's a practice. So, and I'm learning the practice. And the practice is really what they've been telling us since we've been kids, y'all. Eat well, go out in nature, gardening, get good sleep, hey, pause and, take a break, be still and connect, all the stuff that they've been telling us since we've been kids. Well, shit, those are like the keys to like having a good life. And that's what I've decided to do. I have decided to intentionally have the best life I can, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. So working on a guide, and I was like, hey, let me go take a walk in my garden. And I was like, well, let me take the people with me. So hey, I'm bringing y'all with me. Oh, look at her, ain't she cute? Oh, did I take a picture? Oh, take a couple pictures. She kind of cute. Oh, she wild, but she cute. It's still recording, ain't it? Just a couple pictures. Yeah. Okay, she cute. Oh, she cute, y'all. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so like here are my brassicas, and I really am. I haven't done see yet. They've been coming. So, boy, these leaves were real nice and tender. So I'm gonna put some BT on this. Actually, I'm gonna do that this evening. And so that is my fault that I did not jump on this. So like, I did a TikTok on how these nice little baby leaves and woo woo woo, and that's true. Like when the temperatures get cooler, like, hey, this is like the summer damage, and when it was cooler, they were real nice and pretty. But I saw the cabbage worms out here, and look, I'm giving myself grace, y'all, because from quitting my job, like I said, it was over some bullshit, and like my mom died and my grandma died and shit, the pandemic, and like my body, I'm just like detoxing from my old life. So I am allowing myself to detox from my old life and listen to my body and myself for what I need unapologetically. Like, people, things, emails, whatever are going to have to wait if I am not at peace. Okay? So, and so it's a practice that I am learning. So that's how I was like, okay, you know, still been at peace, but now it's, yeah, I'm bringing the BT out. So, yeah. Yeah. It's still time for these. So they can recover. This can recover. Like that. So, you know, these are pretty messed up, but you know, that in there can keep growing and I can still have a pretty decent cabbage. So I'm gonna get on it. Let's see if we see any on here. I see they're so small, you see. Like, I don't know if you can see it. The focus, but yeah, it's one right there. Oh, and there's another. Oh, shoot, there's like 3 right here. There's like 3. Yeah, it's 3 in that little bitty space. So, yeah. Coming out here with the BT. And what BT does, so I do organic gardening, which honestly, after becoming a master gardener, and they did the, and learning about how to use pesticides and stuff. Ooh, y'all. This soil is like so dry. Wait, why can't y'all see? Okay, you see that? Ooh, yeah. So this over here, I got a little bitty watermelon growing over there. But ooh, this soil is dry. I don't have this one connected yet to the. I got a drip irrigation with the rest, but I haven't been running the drip irrigation because I'm really embarrassed to say, but it was a very costly lesson with this drip irrigation. Last year it worked great, but this year, like, I guess I've got some kind of crack from my holes into my, what do you call that? The crawl space. And it was coming out and pushing, so I had it on a timer just like I did last year. My brother set it up just like he did last year. And it was on a timer. Wait, let me turn this around. Okay, so yeah, it was on a timer and everything, so it would pump out on time here, but water was going into my crawl space, and this was happening for like 2 months, y'all, like 24 hours a day. It was really bad, y'all. But I didn't realize it. I didn't know it. And so it was going into my crawl space and being pumped outside the front of my house. And it's like all this water's just being pumped outside of my house. And I'm like, wow, is this coming from, wow, that must have been a whole lot of, I thought that the water that was being pumped out was from like a heavy rain. Because I had come back from Costa Rica. Like, I'm really living my life, y'all. I went to Costa Rica and everything. That's what I'm saying. Shoot. So when I came back from Costa Rica, you know, the water was pumping out, and my brother was like, hey, we had a rain the other day, and this water's just been pumping out. So I thought it was like a hell of a rain. And then we had some rains in between there. I was just like, wow, it must be a lot of water in the sump pump. Turns out that it was, the water was going 24/7. It was like a lot of gallons of water. And I have had 2 very, very expensive water bills. It wasn't until after the first water bill that I even realized there was a problem. I'm like, oh my God. And I shut it off, and then I got the second water bill, which was worse than the first one. And yeah, embarrassing moment, but it was definitely a learning lesson. And my daughter said that her and the neighbor across the street was talking about, like, all the birds from all over was coming in front of my house to take bird baths and everything. Like, it was a thing. And my daughter said that her and the neighbor was like, look, I got a bird bath, and now, you know, since all this water's been pumped out, they are like, forget my little bird bath I got for them. They want this water. That's because it was fresh water. For me to be all about sustainability, that was a huge mistake. And I'm just like, oof, y'all don't come after me, y'all. I'm learning and I make mistakes. So that was a huge one. Here's my train. I'm gonna pause for a bit while the train goes. Okay, so what I have in this middle path here are wildflowers. My good sister friend Kate gave me some wildflowers, and I planted them here. So I planted them last year, and they just come back. So I just don't really make, like, what is this? This is something that's got a bunch of powdery mildew. What is that? I don't even know what this is, y'all. Those of you who are like into flowers and stuff, y'all, yeah, let me know about that, if y'all know about that. So here's the thing, when it comes to these wildflowers and stuff, let me step back out here. So, like, and that's the whole case with my garden, especially when I just, like, I don't tend to it and I just let nature do what it do. It gets to a point where I'm like, oh, it's cute. And then it gets to a point that it's like really grown, and then I'm like afraid of it. I'm like, oh my God, what's in there? Like, this is actually a garden like bed, and it's just so overgrown and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get up in there. Lord God help me. So I'm gonna clear this out and probably plant some spinach in here. So, whew, y'all, I can go with my. Look, is this just a random tomato plant? Y'all look, y'all, I have tomato plants that just grow. Tomato plants really grow kind of like weeds for me. And here's a morning glory too. A morning glory that's, yeah, someone told me that they've been having a problem with morning glories too this year. And yeah, I wonder what's going on with the morning glories. I don't know. Yeah, but here's a tomato plant and a morning glory. And this bed here, yeah, I don't have any gloves on, so like, I don't know what's up in here. But so this is something I'm gonna have to clear out at some point. So it gets like, when it gets like kind of overgrown, I'm like, okay, just, I don't want no surprises. Don't nothing come at me. Ha. So I really do like the wildflowers though here. It's just during this time of the year when it's like really overgrown, I'm just like, just a little nervous to walk through it. So I'm gonna walk this way. Okay, so I have not been keeping up with watering or like pest control or like fertilizing, so you can see it in my plants here that, I think this is a broccoli plant. Yeah, so I need to get out here and fertilize. Yeah, like all of the plants, you see them like the yellowing in color. That's from the lack of fertilization. And it's happening here too with these winter squashes. And these were volunteers from the giveaway. And yeah, this is some kind of weed that really grows very easily back here, and it's like tough. It has like really, really tough roots. It's like, yeah, this thing is like tough. It's more like a tree or something. I'm not sure if it's coming from this tree or not. I don't know. But yeah, in this bed I've got a couple of squashes that actually some have produced. Yeah, my garden is a mess. Like, oh, here's one right here. She may be ready to come. Are you ready? Are you ready? I think you are. Look at you. Yeah, and there's like a couple over that way. But yeah, the worms, they've been at my brassicas. And I'm gonna come out here with the BT. So I need to do BT for my brassicas. I need to water and fertilize this bed. Actually, all the beds. Everything needs to be fertilized. I haven't fertilized anything this year. I have only fertilized at the initial planting, and I used Trifecta Plus. Once I've discovered Trifecta Plus from In My Gardener, man, that shit is like amazing. Yeah, so I do that at the beginning of the season, but typically, throughout the season, every 2 weeks, will fertilize with worm casting tea, and that, and keep up on like pest control, which is not really big. The only pest that I really usually have issues with Oh, there's another one there. Oh, yeah, y'all see, there's another one there. Yeah, y'all, so my stuff is growing like all over the place. So I like put the stuff in the ground, or either nature put it in the ground. So like all of these here, like, I don't know if you can see, but the bed is here. There's the bed, and there's a bed. But I have these plants, all these brassicas in the middle here, and that's because these are volunteers. Yeah. So look, because like that tomato plant that we just found, like, look, when random plants grow, I'm just like, yeah, I ain't gonna bother you. I'm gonna let you do what you do and get something from it. Like, yeah, doing that. So I've got, look, there's some seeds here. And so the thing is, with me just doing that, all the brassicas are kind of mixed up, so I don't know which one is which. But I'm like, well, I find out when it happens. So, you know, when it comes to fruition. And so like the process has happened here. Something got planted here by a volunteer last year in the middle. And so like brassicas, they go to seed the second year. So like this, me leaving this here, if I leave this here, and don't pull it up next year, this will produce seeds for next year. Like this, I harvested from last year and it produced seeds this year. So, and these seeds, you know, throughout the weather and stuff, this is how nature works, y'all. Seeds have fallen to the ground, and there are going to be volunteers next year. And I am okay with that system. So the system that my garden is like becoming, which I am here for it. So I am learning to like how, like the true dance with nature and how to really work with her. So like my sunflowers here, so the birds have been having a wonderful time with my sunflowers. Let me see if you... Okay, so like here are my sunflowers. I have some here. The birds have had a fantastic time with my sunflowers. It's actually really cool to like sit out on my deck and like watch them eat. It's really kind of cool. But so these, I didn't plant any of these sunflowers. I didn't plant any of them. So I planted sunflowers late last year, and look, I'm the kind of person, like, I'm still putting stuff in the ground now for the fall. I'm like, hey, we gonna see if it works, you know, like I may be pushing it with the planting, but hey, I'm gonna do it. So that's what I did with the sunflowers, and they grew last year, but not to like this capacity. Whoa. But I didn't plant any this year. This year, all of my sunflowers are volunteers. And I know it's because like last year was such a mess for me that I didn't have time to get out here in the garden like I normally do. And I'm always messing with it and pulling stuff and all this and that I planted it and let it go. Because of that, it is now like on this system to where I don't really have to plant anything. Most of my tomatoes have come from volunteers. All of my sunflowers are volunteers. All of my cabbages, and most of my brassicas are volunteers. I have a ton of those. Yeah. A couple of squashes I have here are volunteers that someone donated to the giveaway. They were like volunteers that dug up, and you know, so it's like, well, allowing like the process to happen, seeds being like replanted, and you know, and just allowing like growth to happen. Like with me not like cleaning up in the winter time, it allowed, like the birds were out here eating like all year, so that was nice to see in the winter time, and everything just kind of came back up. So I'm learning how to pause and wait for nature's cue on when to act. So to let nature, I'm letting nature take the lead. So y'all, I'm about to get back to writing this guide because I got like 12, 13 beds. So to do like a whole tour of my garden is like a whole thing again. I got to get back to work because I want people to get to growing. So I really want this guide to get in folks' hands. Y'all look for it. It's free. So thank you. If you're still here with me, please do a thumbs up for yeah. Please give me a thumbs up and like it, and please subscribe. And thank you. And the train.